If you say you are fighting all foreigners, that means you are also suggesting all embassies in South Africa must close down immediate effect. People must go home, and all our ambassadors across the world must close office and come back because we are fighting all foreigners. And I was like, I'm not going to allow that. And what's the people that are suffering the most happen to be African foreigners by definition, because they are the closest to home. You don't find a Chinese guy chilling in Tembisa. You find a Mozambican, and you find Malawi, Bozim, and so forth chilling there. So as soon as you introduce that culture and you condition our people to saying to hell with foreigners, all of them, then you are saying that there must be a battle in our townships. There must be fights. We must kill each other. We must just talk nonsense about each other. And I couldn't stand there and advocate for that nonsense. A lot of the people, even listening to this interview now, they've never heard me speak of all foreigners must go. I've always addressed undocumented foreigners.
To the lady that is pushing Operation Dudula or Lardubul or Larendaide, you gotta learn how to question people. Your questioning skills are very poor. Every time when you question a person, it's like you want to answer that question yourself. What was the main point who brought that question? Next time you must master your skills when it comes to questioning. Don't just question so that you can trend and then people so that you can try to convince people that now you are the rightful person for whatever you are trying to run for or whatever thing that you are trying to convince people of. This lady is not giving that person the chance to answer, dog. Whenever he's answering, she interjects. For what, dog? Sometimes you just gotta ask a question and then listen to the whole thing. Give the person that you are questioning the damn time to answer the fucking question. It's hey, you ask a question, the person will answer just a few words, you are mokenel, and then you are there with the cameras. What do you want us to hear? Yourself? We don't want to hear you. We want to hear what those people are saying. Since when you are saying you don't want foreigners here, you're saying foreigners are not allowed. We don't want foreigners in schools, this and that. So we want to hear what them people are saying right there. Who deal with them? Not you. Not your thoughts. Not your point. Don't try to convince us. Damn. Now you all are pulling up that vibe, no man. You can't be using this anger thing, man, to try and solve issues.
Good afternoon, South Africa. This is Travis Kopendonor. I'm here with my colleague Victoria Africa. We are from the Zimbabwean Consulate here in Bruma. We actually came here to address our concern with regards to all the Zimbabwean residents. And at the top of our list, it was those South Africans who were detained in Zimbabwe for being illegal. We find it not to be correct that in South Africa, we have over 8 million illegal Zimbabweans that are in our country, and nothing has been done to them. But unfortunately, our South African citizens are being detained in a maximum prison. So we find it not to be correct.
Today we are here, we're not representing any organization. We are here as community activists. We came to engage the consulate, Zimbabwean consulate, to table a few issues that we have with Zimbabwean migrants in South Africa. I mean, it's a well-known fact that we have got millions of Zimbabweans that are in South Africa, and most of them are here illegally, if not all of them. They are here occupying non-skills jobs, and according to the constitution, that is not allowed. They are here operating businesses in the informal market, which is also not supported by the constitution that guides us as a country. They are also here in a position of what is called a ZEP, which is a permit that has been granted by SA government, unlawfully so, because there is no law that permits us to grant permits to Zimbabwean citizens in South Africa. So what SA government has done, they are creating these permits outside the constitution, which is unlawful act. And those people are also even taking us to court. They're fighting to stay in South Africa. Now we also have got a situation where in Zimbabwe, South Africans are detained. We've been told that they are illegal in Zimbabwe. But when Zimbabweans are in South Africa, they are getting jobs, they are operating businesses, they are even taking our government to court. So we want South Africans that are detained in Zimbabwe to be released within the next 14 working days. We want Zimbabwean government to release South Africans. Otherwise, Zimbabwe ka South Africa ato deportiwa ka fail. There shall not be any Zimbabwe in South Africa. We will deport all of them, and this will also lead us to place a travel ban on Zimbabwe. That's where it's going. We cannot have a situation where our people are mistreated when they are in Zimbabwe, but Zimbabweans when they are here go South Africa prioritize you. They are occupying jobs that they are not supposed to occupy. They are operating businesses in a space that is reserved for citizens. So we are giving a strong warning to the Zimbabwean government, like we were here at the consulate, to give instructions ukuthi they must release our people in the next 14 working days. Otherwise, these people, as we speak, they are here using our public healthcare facilities. They are not supposed to. Remember, the law does not allow foreigners to use or utilize our public healthcare facilities. They are in our schools. They are everywhere, literally everywhere. So Zimbabwe is not a province of South Africa, and it will never be. And it's not going to happen. If SA government wants power in Africa, they must first convince the 53 other states to participate in a continental election where one government in Africa will be elected, so that they can represent all these nations in Africa. But as long as we are all as political parties in South Africa, as long as we are participating in national elections as a sovereign state, we will not be told Uguti foreigners must get the same benefits as South Africans. We are not equals with foreigners. No foreigner is above a South African in this country. So as a government, this issue. So there will not be a Zimbabwean going forward in this country. Hence I said, more young thing, get travel ban. That's all we want. We no longer want these people here. The only relationship we want with African countries is that it's a trade relation. Let's exchange let's exchange goods. Let's trade. Let's create and trade as nations and compete as nations.
So we have, received some resistance from the principal, because I guess it's because of the media. You guys intimidated them and they did not really understand why we're here. But finally we managed to go inside. They've signed our letter and acknowledged our list of demands. I mean, we're just here to remind the principals more especially about the Basic Education Amendment Act 32 of 2004, that when they have to be admitting foreigners in their schools, they need to make sure that they have proper documentation. Now that includes your passports, your study visas, your permanent residence, and the list is long.
Hello ma'am. Hello. Siyaphila kunjani? Siyaphila. Ngizandile Dabula. Okay. So sizodeliver incwadi nje. Asizange uzooperator today. We're just here because iBhela Act iyakhuluma ukuthi abantwana bebe-admithiwe esikolweni kumele babe nama-documents maphi namaphi. We are fighting against illegal foreigners. Okay. And we know ukuthi nala ey'kolweni igcwele ngabeSuthu this side. Okay. And so we're just reminding you ukuthi when you admit abantwana, can we follow these laws? Kumele babe nama-study visa and all this. We'll come back ngabo January. We will visit all the schools. Senze show ukuthi ama-South Africans kuphela azobe ekolweni.
Okay. We had an issue with the learner who does not have identity documents. So I hear exactly what you are saying, and if this is part of the department, then we will implement. I don't know where's Mr. Mabona is here, because he is the spokesperson for the department. Yeah. So if it's part of our policies and our circulars, then we are mandated to implement it. Yes.
Okay. Yes. We're bringing to you is a document that's guided by the Bela Act.
Yes.
But we've also learned that there's some contradictions. So there is a circular. Yes, there's also a circular that I'm not sure if you guys have received that states that you must admit every child.
Yes.
But the Bela Act says that when you admit a child, there's a criteria, your visas, your study visas and all that. And you should, at least if you're admitting them, there must be a period of like 3 months communicating, the school principal communicating to the parent that
okay, that's
make
section
sure
about the 3 months, giving them 3 months, a period of 3 months to get the documents
in order.
But however, you start the process for them and you register.
Yes.
That is part of the workshop that we did in terms of the background.
Yeah. But now what happens after 3 months? Because parents don't come back to bring documents. And once a child is admitted at school, they don't come back. What do you do? Now that's the responsibility of a government, and we're going to make sure that even the Home Affairs takes part of these programs, because if you are undocumented in a school, then you need to be removed from the school, and the mother needs to be taken back to the country and they must get education there.
We are glad that they do admit, the wrongs that are happening in the schools. They're admitting that there are undocumented foreigners in the schools, but also the issues that we've been coming across is that there are also undocumented South Africans.
We have South Africans that's also undocumented.
Yeah.
And when it comes to our schools, you know that the department only budget for documented. So the schools needs to see how they manage.
Sure.
Because on the school, maybe if I can make an example, where there's 1,000 learners, if 500 is undocumented, they only budget for the 500.
Yeah.
And they're not getting any help from the departments, which is Home Affairs. And they're given that 3 months probation to make sure that all kids are documented, but the departments need to also help. So those are the challenges that the principals are facing in the schools. In this particular school, we spoken to the deputy principal about illegal foreigners, and they do also have foreign nationals who are educators.
Because I wanted to find out, because remember, before we even do these things, we do our own research, and we know that you guys do have foreign nationals that are educators, and we all know that it's not a scarce skill. So we are also pleading that you guys need to talk to the department, because we have so many qualifying educators that are sitting at home unemployed, yet we have foreign teachers that are teaching in our public schools.
We don't have actually.
You have.
No, we don't actually have. Okay. Okay, tell me.
You have Mr.
Yes.
You have Ms.
Okay,
So you have two.
Because in January, when we come here, we want to see only South Africans teaching in this particular school. But I must say that it has been a smooth operation. I mean, we're not here to distract any proceedings of the schools. We understand that matriculants are writing their exams, and that's the same reason why it's not a march. It's us just distributing the letters, making sure that they follow the laws, because the Bill Act does say that when they admitting foreigners, they need to have specific documents, and we'd like for them to abide by those laws.
Country people, fellow South Africans, there's absolutely no way you'll come across any interview done by General Mkhwanazi that you cannot comment. The guy is so relatable. The guy understands our challenges. He understands our pain. He understands the struggle of an ordinary South African. As a police general in KZN, of course, in South Africa, he's seen a lot. For him to come to the level where he's at, he has seen a lot. And like I've always said, those jobs can make a huge difference in the lives of our people. They can. He's analyzed the situation. He knows what he's talking about. And of course, he's there to speak his mind. And I know not long, he will be called xenophobic. He will just be called names because he does not align with the system. We are going to once again remind you that charity begins at home. Put your house in order, South African leaders, politicians. Settle your people. Make sure that every South African is independent, self-sufficient, self-sustainable. I'm telling you, the man is relatable. The man can relate to the challenges on the ground. The man understands how dire the situation is for a lot of people down there. I mean, out there. And uthi abantu bethu. Do you understand how personal this thing is? Like, I don't know what else to say. May just, uNkulunkulu makazigcinele lo baba lo. And we are going to join you. We'll continue talking until we are ahead. We will do what needs to be done until we are ahead. Until they hear us. How many parents, as we speak right now, are stuck at home with family members, with their own children, with extended family members, day in and day out, without hope, without any source of income in South Africa? And yet, what he's addressing here is the situation in our restaurants, where 99% of, even the owners are not South Africans. The workers are not South Africans. You walk into a restaurant, you feel like you're somewhere else. You can't speak your own language in your own motherland. I know, guys. We hear you, General. And don't give up. You have the whole country backing you up. We see you. I'm just here to say, General Mkhwanazi, we see you. We hear you. You are us and we are you. Our people are not working. This is a man who says, hey, you know what? I'm going to be different. I took an oath to serve the nation of South Africa. And I'm not going to sell out. Whatever the system calls me, whatever the system plots against me, I'm ready. He said it. He said we came ready. We are prepared. Let us stick together and continue to fight up until every youth is employed, up until every youth is at school, up until every young person is owning a business. We will not relent. We will continue. Love you, Mzansi, mother of the nation. Queen Lebumkhize, shalom, shalom. God bless you, South Africa. Fight the good fight of faith. Resist the plan of the globalists' agenda that seeks to render you useless in your own land. No matter what they call you, don't listen to them. They've got an agenda to push, and that agenda, it's putting you at a very disadvantaged area. So fight on. Fight on. Possess your possessions. Shalom, shalom. Queen Lebumkhize. We love you, General Mkhwanazi. We see you.